Okay, welcome to the next episode of Two Guys Discussing Russia over Pastries. And tonight we have Yulia Nikitina, who's a professor at MGIMO University in Moscow, which is Moscow State University of International Relations. And the question for her is Putin a neutral mediator and peacekeeper?
Thank you for this fascinating question, and I do believe that he is a neutral mediator and peacekeeper because what he wants to create conditions under which all parties to the conflict have equal opportunities, and it means that Russia would want to create kind of counterbalance to the West. So if the West supports one side, Russia will support the other side, and usually that's a weaker side from Russian perspective. And also Putin believes that, let me say that during a conflict it's better not to support, to show support for parties to the conflict in a way that you only have to make them sit at a table negotiations and to discuss things themselves. So Russia would support the weaker side and to make it sit at the negotiations table, and then to make all the parties to the conflict solve the conflict themselves. That's important, and Russia would prefer to freeze a conflict so that to give time for the parties to find a better solution, say 5 or 10. So that's Russian strategy.
All right, thank you very much. Sufian, do you agree with this position?
Well, I would argue that Putin indeed and the current regime wanted some time ago to position themselves as mediators and peacekeepers between the West and these outcast countries like North Korea, Syria. But the problem is that the current regime in Russia is not by nature mediator and peacekeeper. And we see it in many actions, like what Yulia said, these frozen conflicts. They are not actually just frozen conflicts, but they are seen by Putin as instruments to negotiate with those frozen conflicts in exchange for some other benefits from the West. So, in fact, he doesn't want to keep peace just for the sake of the peace, but he wants to use peace as an instrument in his ambitious politics, and it brought him to the state of affairs when he himself became in need of a peacekeeper and neutral mediator, because Russia now is in this outcast category. So I would argue that we couldn't call the regime in Russia and Putin as peacekeepers.
Okay, well, when there's no hard evidence and the two experts disagree, the only solution is to flip a coin. So we have a coin here with the coffee pot and the numbers. So let's see what happens. It's the coffee pot. Sorry.
Yeah, well, the coin never is wrong. So, thank you very much for coming to our show, Yulia. It was very pleasant.